was blown away when I was looking at your profile, Brenda. I saw like over 100 recommendations for you. So is there any like tips and tricks? Like what's the best way to approach someone or how do you get those recommendations? Because I'm sure we all work with people and, they like our work, but then it's like that awkward phase. Like, can you leave a Google review for me? Can you leave how do you go about getting so many of this?
So here's one thing I'm
being awesome because I'm
right. Well, be awesome. Wear pink hats. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, amen.
But one thing, if you notice, if you go to my recommendation section, you can see recommendations you have received or recommendations you have given. And I recommend that you always try to have more given than you have received. Because it sends a total message about who you are as a person. If you land on somebody's profile and they have 20 recommendations they've received and they have like 0 that they've given, it's kind of like, wow, Steve kind of is a selfish guy. What does he think of himself, right? So I would say,
Steve.
What's that?
Steve.
I said, yes, Steve.
I'm great. You're getting one right after the show for being great.
But when you focus on paying it forward and focus on giving recommendations, there's actually a nice benefit, which is if I give Jack a recommendation and he accepts it, it goes on Jack's profile. And then I gain some real estate on Jack's profile. So people that are scanning through his profile see my name and they'll click back to come through. On the flip side of that, in terms of receiving recommendations, so if I get a new one, I'm going to give one because I always want to be a couple ahead on that side of the category.
Yeah.
It creates nice social media karma, pay it forward. But if you're using LinkedIn for Business, it shouldn't be an awkward thing to say, hey, can you give me a LinkedIn recommendation? After I get off the show here today, I might reach out to Jack and say, Jack, it was a pleasure chatting with your team. And, Jack might be like, wow, that was an amazing interview. Thanks so much. And I might be like, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Hey, Jack, would you mind giving me a LinkedIn recommendation? Like, I'm going to strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
At the point where you got a customer or somebody in your network who's raving about you, who's jumping up and down, that's when you ask for the LinkedIn recommendation because it's not going to feel awkward then.